Respected Governor, State Bank of Pakistan, respected Deputy Governor, State Bank of Pakistan, presidents of banks and senior representatives of the public and private sector, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. I am Faika Naseem, and on behalf of State Bank of Pakistan, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the official launch of Prism Plus, which is Pakistan's next generation real-time gross settlement system. We are honored to be joined by senior leaders from SPP-regulated financial institutions, capital markets, and our valued partners from multinational organizations. And it is a pleasure to witness this milestone in our nation's payments infrastructure in your presence. To formally begin the proceedings, let us start with the recitation of the Holy Quran.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Jazakallah, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my privilege to invite Mr. Salimullah, Deputy Governor, Finance, Innovation and Inclusion at State Bank of Pakistan, to deliver his welcome remarks. Mr. Salimullah has played a leading role in advancing key initiatives in Pakistan's financial sector, and today's launch reflects that commitment. Please join me in warmly welcoming Mr. Salimullah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Respected Governor Jamil Ahmed Sahab, Presidents of banks, senior colleagues from the payment industry, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to you all. It's indeed a real pleasure and honor to welcome you all in this launching ceremony of Prism, rather Prism Plus, which is ISO 2022 standard real-time gross settlement system. The implementation and launching of Prism Plus is yet another demonstration by the central bank towards its commitment towards the development of a very robust, reliable payment infrastructure in the country. And let me say this, that with the launch of Prism Plus today, which is an ISO 2022 real-time gross settlement system, Pakistan would become part of only 30 odd countries in the world that has both the retail as well as the gross payment system based on ISO 2022 standard. And that is, alhamdulillah, is a source of great pride and satisfaction for us that although we have been a late starter, but we have been catching up with a great speed, alhamdulillah. Prism Plus, inshallah, will significantly improve the efficiency, security, and reliability of gross payment systems in the country. It will provide convenience and visibility to banks about the operations of their accounts, and that will enable them to better manage their liquidity. In the initial variant, they had no visibility about their account operations. Now they would be having that visibility and that flexibility to better manage their liquidity and their operations in the account. And it will eliminate numerous manual processes that were associated with the earlier version, and that will create a lot of efficiency in the overall auction system, particularly, be it the regular auctions or the OMO options, and will make things much convenient and easier, both for our colleagues in the dealing rooms as well as the traders of the banks. It will make things much, much easier. And let me say this, that this implementation of not RAST is something which is now in our heart and mind always. The implementation of Prism Plus in a very, very tight timeline was a big challenge. And let me recognize the great effort done by our technical teams under the lead of, where is Amjad? Yes, Amjad is sitting there, under the lead of Amjad and his team, and our business team under the lead of Mahmood and Imad and all the people. And let me also appreciate the huge commitment demonstrated by the bank's business teams and the traders. It was not possible without the collaborative and joint efforts of the technical teams and the business teams, both at the central bank and in the banking industry. So my huge thanks and gratitude and appreciation to all the hard work done by the technical teams as well as by the business teams in the central bank and the industry. And last but not the least, let me appreciate the leadership role played by the Governor State Bank. MashaAllah, he has been the source of inspiration. When I recall the establishment of the initial Prism way back in 2007, we can see the kind of hurdles we have been witnessing. And it was he who spearheaded the implementation of Prism at that time. And through his leadership and commitment towards that cause. And then when we see the initiation of the knowledge management system in State Bank, thereby we have been able to move towards the cashless environment, the initiation of RAS by the State Bank, and now, alhamdulillah, with the launching of Prism Plus, mashallah, all are being steered under the leadership of Governor Sahab. Thank you very much, Governor Sahab. With this all, let me thank again for your participation, for your commitment, and we hope so that with this launch, we will really be able to benefit from this better infrastructure and come up with better services for our customers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and setting the stage for the day. This launch truly marks the culmination of months of dedication, innovation, and collaboration. And now we want to show you a short video on Prism Plus that will highlight the evolutionary milestones that Pakistan's national payment infrastructure has seen along the way and share some features of Prism Plus as well.
With a population of over 240 million, Pakistan is transforming. Pakistan's digital payments, a story of rapid transformation. Over 7.5 billion digital transactions in 2024. That's 9 times growth in just 5 years. From mobile banking to RAST, the way Pakistan transacts has changed forever. And this progress, it's no accident, it's guided by strategy. The State Bank of Pakistan's infrastructure milestones have laid the foundation for progress. Now, a giant leap forward. Prism Plus, the next generation backbone of Pakistan's financial infrastructure. A real-time gross settlement system and a central securities depository combined in one unified platform. Smarter liquidity tools, intelligent queue management, end-to-end automation with dashboards, APIs, and straight-through processing. Integrated security operations, auctions, repos, OMOs, and CSD. Built for speed, built for safety, built for efficiency and enhanced capacity. Prism Plus, empowering the future of payments and security settlement in Pakistan.
Ladies and gentlemen, now to take a closer look at the Prism Plus system, its capabilities, and the impact it will have on the financial ecosystem, I invite Mr. Syed Suhail Jawad, Executive Director, Digital Financial Services Group, to deliver a detailed presentation.
Governor Saab, banks presidents, executives, colleagues, Assalamu alaikum. I think with this video, I have very little to say now, but I'll just dwell very quickly about why we upgraded this new Prism and what features it has and what it means for our economic future in Pakistan. Next slide. Prism stands for Pakistan Real-Time Interbank Settlement Mechanism. The system was originally launched in 2008. And at that time, I still recall that we had a big problem of interoperability of payments in Pakistan. The only platform that was interoperable at that time was ATM platform. In 2008, we launched Prism Plus. It was built on ISO 15022 standard, the previous MT messages. And at that time, there was a lot of skepticism about why this and how this system would be used. I still remember when we launched it, the first day, we performed about 50 billion rupees worth of transactions. When we replaced this system, at that time, we were processing more than 1 trillion rupees transactions a day. So the system definitely grew a lot. In 2012, we enabled third-party payments on it. And that's when we saw the real growth in the system. We saw corporates and businesses starting to use the Prism system. And we saw a lot of integrations happening. I still remember, I think Standard Chartered was the first bank to integrate its portal with the Prism system. And after that, we didn't realize when we started this upgrade that a number of banks actually had integrated with the Prism system. So there were a lot of integrations to handle as well. In 2017, we upgraded our securities settlement system because the securities settlement system in 2008 was not very well developed. So we thought we need to upgrade it and do something about it. Prism was also depending a lot on the core banking system of a state bank, which means that the current accounts of banks, and which also means that the securities portfolios, auctions, OMOs was happening in core banking. And Prism was only settling the settlement leg. So this type of dependence of multiple systems on each other was a concerning factor for the central bank because we wanted atomicity of settlements and unification of transaction handling in our large value payment system. When in 2021, RAST was integrated with Prism, the need for having an ISO-based large value system was even more enhanced because RAST is an instant payment system where liquidity moves simultaneously along with transactions in the Prism system. So it made even more sense to have a system on a single platform. So we started working on the new system with the help of our partners, with the help of our international partners. And finally, this was a very challenging project, like the Deputy Governor just now said. It was originally envisaged to be completed in 3 years, but with the help of the teams, we did it in 14 months, which is, I think, a remarkable achievement on part of the teams that are involved. Now, why the need for this new system? So one thing, and I only use one term, which is ISO 20022. ISO 20022 is now being known as the future language of payments because of its strong integration capabilities, stronger integration APIs, faster communication capabilities, which allows payments to be pre-validated, post-validated, responded in real time. And because of this standard, which covers the entire spectrum of payment, not just payments, but securities and other instruments also, ISO is now becoming an international standard for cross-border integrations as well. If an entity or a central bank moves its systems to ISO 20022, this is a big achievement. Pakistan is lucky now. Our faster payment systems is on ISO 20022, and our larger payment system is also on ISO 20022 now. The system is fully compliant with principles for financial markets infrastructures, PFMIs, which is, again, I think, a big achievement for our industry, that our wholesale and our retail payments are both fully compliant with the PFMIs. Of course, the other major thing that's happened here, we have brought all securities related, government securities operations under one roof, and it's called CSD, Centralized Securities Depository, which is actually integrated with Prism now. So now all accruals, all security depository functions are happening in one system. We are no more dependent on our core banking system. We are no more dependent on any other system. And I'll show that in a while, how we have achieved this. So we have decoupled our Prism system with our core banking system. And of course, the facilitation of participants, like stronger liquidity management, liquidity saving tools, queuing tools. Now the queue is with participants, they can manage it themselves. So this all reduces risk and provide facilitation for the participants. So what are Prism Plus features? So at the core, like I said, are MX functions, MX messages based on ISO 20022. Liquidity optimization protocols are in place, where it actually allows our treasuries and their back offices to optimally use their liquidity, which definitely will result in cost savings for the banks and ultimately for their customers. Fees, charges, everything is now computed automatically. Previously, it was all being done manually. One more important thing is support for multi-currency. Now, Pakistan's RTGS system is multi-currency enabled, which means that in future, we can actually introduce multi-currency transactions, other currencies transactions in our system. The other thing is, which is very important, is its API functionality. Based on ISO 20022, it has its own API gateway. It's an advanced API gateway, which allows state banks to quickly not only design and develop new APIs, but also incorporate changes whenever they are required. The APIs are secured with OWASP top 10 standards, which is actually state of the art in the world as far as security is concerned. So from that perspective, our APIs are now among the most secured APIs and best in class for security in Pakistan. And of course, the system is ready for rapid integrations, not just domestic integrations. So you can actually go and you can integrate your customer portals, you can integrate your customer systems, but State Bank can integrate with other RTGSs globally as well for cross-border settlements, which is something that is quickly evolving and emerging globally. And of course, the technical security aspects are really, really enhanced, so that the digital signatures for transparency and security, and of course, PKI infrastructure, public infrastructure support is full-fledged now. And because of the integrations that are happening, the auctions, corridor operations, that's a tool for our teams. Haircuts are now being applied for our corridor-related operations. And of course, we have got automated revaluations, accruals, calculations. There is a separate trading platform also that's part of the system, which is called TradeX module. And TradeX allows for interbank trading, and it requests for there is a request for quote functionality, for price discovery, and there's a fixed protocol for integration with other platforms. Again, that's a wonderful thing for your IT teams to look into and see how can use the same fixed protocol for integrating with other systems. It also has the functionality of allowing you to conduct repo transactions with each other. So previously, repo was only settled in RTGS, but now your treasuries can actually conduct repo transactions using the system. And it's a code-driven and order-driven. Both type of transactions are there. So you can have code-driven transactions and quantity-wise as well. And of course, all maturities, coupons, and they are automatically calculated. We have got fixed and variable coupon rates available. You can have day count conversion. So it is not a big thing now whether you are dividing by 360 or 365. So it's all part of the whole thing. And of course, at the start of the day, nobody needs to initiate maturity settlements like in the previous system. So it happens automatically. The system, once it goes into the new day, it actually calculates and settles it. So in the interest of time, I'll not go into too much detail. So this is the last slide. So what is the future now? Of course, with ISO 20022 available in large value and in retail payments, this presents a huge opportunity for our financial institutions, for our industry, for our economy to adopt these standards and go for broader integration. That actually will accelerate the pace of digitization in Pakistan. Of course, we are looking into cross-border integration capabilities, multi-currency capabilities. But most importantly, and I was having this discussion with the team, our teams will be engaging with our banks teams and FI teams to start working on what more can we do with this system. And I can assure you what I've told you is just 20% of what we can actually do with the system. So I'll request the treasury teams, the front offices especially, back office teams are already part of the team, of the project. But I would request your front office teams to start exploring this, and we have actually planned a series of workshops with your teams to, especially front office teams and treasurers, to actually look at what they can do with the new system. So with this, I'll stop here, and thank you for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for that enlightening presentation. Before we move forward, I would like to acknowledge some very special guests that we have in the audience today, all the way from Senegal. We have a delegation comprising of 11 professionals from Senegal. The delegation is led by Dr. Abdou Karim Deo, who is the National Coordinator for PROMISE, which stands for the Programme de Microfinance Islamique au Sénégal. And with him, we have representatives from the Central Bank of Senegal, the Microfinance Regulation and Supervision Department, Ministry of Finance, Insurance Department, Ministry of Finance, National Department for Microfinance and Financial Inclusion, National Order of Chartered Accountants and Certified Public Accountants, Askia Assurance, and the National Tax Authority. It is a privilege and honor to have you with us, and we hope that you're finding the developments of Central Bank of Pakistan insightful and applicable for Senegal as well. Ladies and gentlemen, collaborations and support are key to launch innovative solutions such as Prism Plus. And in State Bank's case, we were fortunate to partner with World Bank Group. And I would like to acknowledge our colleagues from World Bank, especially Mr. Ahmed Faragullah, who is the Senior Financial Sector Specialist, World Bank Payment Systems Group in Washington, D.C. He could not be here today at the event, but he's recorded a special message for State Bank of Pakistan, which I would like to request our team to play for us now.
Mr. Governor, Deputy Governors, Mr. Executive Director, distinguished guests, It's a great honor to be with you today, although from a distance on this very special occasion. Let me begin by extending my heartfelt congratulations to the State Bank of Pakistan for this remarkable achievement. This is not just a technical upgrade, it's a transformation of the country's financial market infrastructure and a major milestone in the State Bank's broader reform program. With the launch of the new real-time gross settlement and central securities depository systems, the State Bank is stepping into a new era in both payment systems and securities settlement. These are state-of-the-art platforms equipped with the latest industry features. They don't only modernize existing operations, but also provide a foundation for the future growth of Pakistan's financial sector. The adoption of ISO 20022 messaging, for example, opens the door to richer and more structured data, stronger AML CFT compliance, and greater interoperability, including with cross-border systems. The use of APIs ensures that secure communication between banks and State Bank would occur, while greatly reducing reconciliation issues. Likewise, decoupling the RTGS from the core banking system is a major step forward, resolving many of the reconciliation challenges that existed under the previous setup. The new CSD system also brings significant opportunities. Over the medium term, it will enhance trading, auctioning, clearing, settlement, and risk management for government securities. Meanwhile, automated auctions, improved handling of haircuts, coupons, and corporate actions. These are just a few of the many features that will strengthen market operations. The automated management of open market operations, together with improved tools for liquidity forecasting, will give the State Bank greater agility in pursuing its monetary policy objectives. The close integration between the RTGS and CSD for intraday liquidity facility will also help commercial banks manage liquidity more effectively while providing the State Bank with stronger safeguards and better tools for liquidity risk management. This achievement is not only about technology. It's about building a stronger, more resilient, and more inclusive financial sector in Pakistan. It's about equipping the State Bank with the instruments it needs to guide markets, support stability, and foster innovation. And it's about enabling banks and the financial institutions to better serve households, small businesses, and investors. These systems will foster innovation, strengthen market confidence, and ultimately serve the needs of businesses and citizens alike. But perhaps the most inspiring part of this story is not just the launch, it's the way you achieved it. You worked under a very tight schedule. You faced the unexpected outbreak of war near the end of the project. You even overcame the vendor's declaration of force majeure and withdrawal at a critical stage. Yet, despite these challenges, you delivered. This is not just a successful project. It's a story of resilience, perseverance, and determination. In doing so, you have shown that with determination, collaboration, and vision, even the most complex projects can succeed. This is a source of pride for the State Bank and for Pakistan as a whole. On behalf of the World Bank, I extend my warmest congratulations to each and every one of you. Your dedication, resilience, and professionalism are truly commendable. I also wish to recognize the teamwork, problem-solving spirit, and countless hours that made this day possible. I would like to highlight the leadership of the State Bank in shaping a clear and forward-looking vision for innovative digital financial products, particularly central bank digital currencies and digital assets more broadly. This forward-looking vision gives confidence that today's achievements are only the beginning of a broader transformation of Pakistan's financial system. This success is more than the completion of a project. It's a promise of what is possible when leadership, commitment, and vision come together. I'm certain that the State Bank will continue to deliver reforms of this scale and significance, shaping the future of finance in Pakistan and the region. Thank you so much, and looking forward to be with you soon in Karachi.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it is my distinct honor to invite our chief guest, Mr. Jameel Ahmed, Governor, State Bank of Pakistan, to deliver his keynote address, whose vision and strategic leadership continue to steer State Bank and the financial sector towards modernization, resilience, and greater financial inclusion. Please join me.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Our Deputy Governor Salimullah Sahab, Chief Executives of banks, microfinance banks, PSOs and PSPs, senior executives of financial institutions, colleagues from State Bank of Pakistan, our friends from Senegal, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. It is my pleasure to be here today and address you today at this prestigious launch of Pakistan's new real-time interbank settlement mechanism Plus, which we have named as Prism Plus. This launch is the beginning of the next chapter of our digital transformation journey. Inshallah, Prism Plus will strengthen our large value payment systems and infrastructure, making it more advanced, secure, and interoperable, and fully aligned with the strategic direction outlined in the SBP's Vision 2028. Prism Plus is built on state-of-the-art ISO 20022, which is a global standard. Previously, we launched RAS, Pakistan's instant payment system, which was also developed on the ISO 20022. With today's launch, Pakistan joins those few countries whose retail and large value payment systems and other infrastructure are based on their latest ISO standard. Before moving forward, I wish to acknowledge with gratitude the support of the World Bank Group, whose partnership has been invaluable in bringing this project to life. I would especially like to acknowledge the support and contribution of Mr. Ahmed Fargala of World Bank's Payment System Group and his entire team in helping SBP to design the new system and ensure its timely completion. In addition, I would also like to mention the support of World Bank's Islamabad team, who helped us with the overall project management. Ladies and gentlemen, today our financial landscape is rapidly digitizing. Across payments, fintech, e-commerce, and banking, we see innovation driving change both in service delivery and consumer preferences. The recent digitalization of our ecosystem is visible in the emergence of retail payment infrastructure, RAST, innovative business models, robust processes, and customer-centric products and services, which are outcome of the use of new and modern technologies. Today, our financial system is represented by a good mix of conventional and innovative institutions, including traditional banks, branchless banks, digital banks, electronic money institutions, payment system operators, and service providers. Owing to SBP's forward-looking regulations enabling the use of digital onboarding process, Pakistan has now more than 225 million bank account holders and digital wallet holders, of which around 96 million are unique. We have 28 million registered users of banking apps of commercial banks, 71 million users of branchless banking apps, 17 million users of internet banking platforms. This remarkable shift in customers' preferences towards digital channels is indicative of ongoing transformational growth in our digital retail transactions. Ladies and gentlemen, at the heart of this transformation sorry, is the real-time gross settlement system, which is the most critical financial markets infrastructure, or FMI. The RTGS enables secure settlement of high-value transactions, ensure liquidity flows, and supports in the implementation of monetary policy through open market operations. By ensuring irrevocability and finality of settlements, the RTGS minimizes the risk of financial disruption. Our journey with the RTGS began in 2008 with the establishment of Prism, Pakistan's first RTGS. The objective was to speed up the settlement process and to limit interbank exposures. The Prism was upgraded in 2017 with security settlement platform, automated intraday liquidity facility, and other scalability updates. As a result of these updates, Prism was able to process transactions worth PKR 1,043 trillion in 2024. To put this in perspective, Prism processed transactions worth 10 times the country's GDP. Major contributors in terms of value was the settlement of government securities worth 732 trillion, translating to a share of 72%. However, in terms of volume, the major contributor was the third-party customer transfers, having a share of almost 91%. This shows the extent to which the Prism supports the broader financial industry, especially our business community. With the implementation of Prism Plus, we now move to the next stage of progress. As I also mentioned in the beginning, this system is built on ISO 20022 financial messaging standard, which supports structured and data-rich financial communication. Prism Plus also offers enhanced transparency, interoperability, and automation across the payment and settlement ecosystem. This new platform also introduces advanced features, including liquidity management tools for smooth fund flows, transaction queuing, and prioritization of efficiency, future dated payments scheduling for flexibility, and a fully integrated central security depository enabling seamless auctions, repos, collateral management, and open market operations. With these innovative functionalities, Pakistan's payment system now stands at par with global best practices. It is also important to highlight that as we expand our digital payment infrastructure, security remains our key regulatory priority. SBP has therefore mandated stringent cybersecurity, AML, and fraud management and control frameworks. Our vision is clear. Pakistan's financial system must remain secured, transparent, and trusted. Ladies and gentlemen, delivering a project of this complexity was a formidable undertaking. Yet, Prism Plus has been completed and went live within a short span of just 14 months. This achievement reflects the commitment and hard work of teams from SBP, banks, consultants, and technology partners. On behalf of the State Bank of Pakistan, I extend my heartfelt appreciation to each one of you. I particularly acknowledge the World Bank Group for their financial and technical assistance through the Financial Inclusion and Infrastructure Project. I would also like to thank our technology partners and consultants, especially Mr. Alexander, Ms. Sinia, and Mr. Bulat, Mr. Andre, and Mr. Kareem Jindani, Mr. Soban Najam, and Mr. Madlal Khan. I would also like to appreciate the efforts of all banks and their teams who worked day and night to make this challenging project a success. And I would also suggest, given the contribution and support they have extended, if the banks can appropriately recognize their efforts also, because this was a huge effort on the part of banks, and we really appreciate the support extended by the counterparts from banks in timely completion of this project. And last but not the least, I also greatly appreciate the leadership provided by our Deputy Governor Salimullah and our Executive Director Sohail Jawad in timely implementation and completion of this project. And without their efforts, I think we would not have been able to complete it on time. So Sohail Sahab and Salimullah Sahab, thank you very much for all your contribution. I would also like to appreciate the hard work of all SBP teams, including our project director, Amjad Ali, director, Mr. Muhammad Imaduddin, our project manager, Sayyid Muhammad Taha, team members, Muhammad Salman, Raza Hassan, Nazia Khurshid, and Usama from Digital Innovations and Settlement Department, Muhammad Farrakh, Wasim Haider, and Muhammad Amin from our domestic markets, domestic and money markets departments, Yasser Miraj and Hatish Kumar from our IT department, Muhammad Kashif from finance, and Sayyid Ali Jilani from our Karachi office. In conclusion, let me say that Prism Plus is not just a technical system. It is a strategic asset with the objective to safeguard financial stability and support innovations of new digital age. Let me therefore assure you that State Bank of Pakistan will keep strengthening payment systems infrastructure to make them more resilient, interoperable, and capable of empowering innovation. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you so much, sir. I request you to please stay back at the stage to give appreciation certificates to the team. And I would also like to request DG Sahab and ED Sahab to please come on stage. Suhail Sahab, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, the launch of Prism Plus is a historic achievement that serves as a testament to the exceptional teamwork and commitment demonstrated across various functions of State Bank. The successful deployment and go live of a large-scale solution of this magnitude within a short time frame is an extraordinary undertaking. And to recognize the team's contributions, I request Governor Sahab to kindly present appreciation certificates to members of the SBP project team. As I call each name, may I request the participant to please come on stage to receive their appreciation certificate. We will start by calling Mr. Amjad Ali, project director. Mr. Sayyid Muhammad Taha. Mr. Raza Hassan. Mr. Osama Jadoon. Mr. Muhammad Salman. Mr. Muhammad Kashif. Ms. Nazia Khurshid Khan. Mr. Muhammad Farooq. Mr. Muhammad Amin. Mr. Wasim Haider. Mr. Syed Ali Jilani. Mr. Yasser Miraj. Mr. Najmul Tariq. Mr. Hitesh Kumar. Mr. Saad Hussain Siddiqui. And last but not the least, Mr. Rajiv Gulajrani. Congratulations to the team. And ladies and gentlemen, with this, we conclude the formal proceedings of the Prism Plus launch event. We thank you once again for joining us to mark this important milestone in Pakistan's financial sector and invite you to please join us for refreshments. Thank you.